So just as a quick recap, I count some 18,000 dead animals that I have on the left side of the map that you can't see. So the room with the brazier, there was some sort of like chanting that went away, and then some dongs. Yep, dongs. That's what I'm going to go with. And there's a couple guys that are still up. Nope, everybody's down, but it looks like they might be getting up again. So
Jumbo Wumba.
Ziada, what do you... Oh, and it sounded like there were more coming up the pathway towards the inside of the chamber. So I know you've got your snake trap and your snake charmer right there still hanging out. What do you guys want to do? Ziada, kick it off.
All right, so I'm thinking because we are dealing with the chanting, I'm going to run in. I'm just going to do that. Is everyone cool with that?
Do it.
Sure.
All right.
You see Svil nod her head like,
I'm literally waving you in.
You've got those light sticks they use for airplanes.
Exactly. I'm talking into the cuff of my sleeve.
Security airplanes. Okay. That's the map. All right. So as you rush in there, what you see in front of you is a large chamber, probably some like 30, 40 foot across. It's kind of like an oval shape, just like on the map. There's this large stone. It looks like maybe it's stone and metal fused together brazier that's coming out with this blue flame. And as you enter the room, Ziada, this face seems to form in it, but it seems to keep changing. Like it looks animalistic, then it looks feminine, then it looks like almost jagged, like ice itself, and you see like the eyes in the shape like follow you and are looking at you. You also notice that there is there's a sword swinging directly at you, because in this room, I'm gonna do this real fast. Yep, why are you not doing this? Come on. Do the thing. I need you to do the thing. There we go. There's the person that you just ran in and is right there. And they're just going to get one swing at you. They have not elected to do anything because they're not in initiative order, but I'm just going to give them a quick swing-a-wing. Not even close. So, but you are in that room. Are you doing anything else?
The only thing I have
Or did
left...
it take all of your actions to get in there?
Wait, I'm on the wrong... There we go. The only thing I have left is my bonus action, and the only thing I have with that is, like, my shield and stuff, so... Unfortunately... Okay. Wait, is this a... Hold on.
I mean, you could always use your shield, like, knockdown thing.
Then
Better get up again.
I would like to try and do that against that guy.
Okay. What is the save I'm rolling?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I think it's just straight strength for these guys because they don't have any skills or ranks in those. So, yep. So. Oh, makes it. Doesn't knock down this chanting priest. However, something triggers in your brain, and you remember that the chief of the bear tribe told you that the token or the symbol that Oral had given these guys was that of a blue flame.
Okay.
That was what you were trying to remember last week when we left off, that you couldn't quite, and it's the sight of it that it triggers the memory, and you remember that was what he had said was like the source of their power that Oral was granting them. All right, you ran in there, you tried to knock him down, you had that memory, and all of the guys that were down stand up, but that is all they can do on this turn. So all of these guys, I'm going to take the X's off of them. They look they look ragged as hell. They look like they've been beaten to a pulp, because they literally have. But they are standing back up right now. Let's go back to this. Yes, let's go to this. Oh my God, why is the computer being so slow right now?
That's my computer. I'm still not able to get it booted up.
Well, it's yeah, it's a little frustrating right now. But so basically, as I start to go through this, these guys all start to stand back up. They're not taking any additional actions, but they are standing back up, and they look like they look more undead than they did before. And so I think that's going to take us to harvest. Yes, it's going to take us to harvest.
Okay. I step over and I can see that blue flame clearly from where I am.
Yes.
My snakes on the other side of the map actually disappear.
Oh, okay. Thank
They're
God.
no longer on the map.
I'm just gonna drag them over to the dead animal pool.
No. You don't get to claim those kills.
All right, fine. I'll put them off to the side.
I start casting Moonbeam over the blue flame. It's within 120 feet. So a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on the point of that blue flame starts beaming through it. It would have to take make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 radiant damage, or half that on a failed throw.
So this is an interesting question. That would be what a person would do. An object can't make saving throws, but has a hardness.
Okay.
So what I'm going to say is that if its hardness is enough, that it like beats that. What was the saving throw?
It is. It's Constitution, but it would be would have to be a DC of 15.
Is hardness just like a reduced damage?
So yeah, so it's like the AC of the item basically. You have to hit hard enough in order to get through it.
But is everything, like, if it were to be swung at, is it supposed to be like just an auto hit? You just have to do enough damage?
So that's how hardness used to be. The way that I was reading it for 5th edition, and I may have it wrong, was that the object just is given an AC that if you beat that, all the damage goes through, but if you don't, it's just like bouncing off armor, basically.
Huh.
And that I may have been reading the wrong thing or whatever, but that, like, I don't know how the spells will work on this. So if it bypasses armor, I'm going to say that the hardness probably won't come into effect, because that, like, it's a spell. So I think you can just do damage with that then. Like, that's how I would read it. The hardness in other versions was definitely, like, hardness of 5 meant if you only did 5 damage, it just absorbed it and it didn't get it.
Well, I think it's just that, like, every attack has and this might be resiliency that I'm confusing it with. Like, it takes 5 damage off. So if you do 10 damage, it's only 5.
You know what? I'm sorry. I just realized that it's listed like weird on this, as it says threshold 5, but yes, that's it. Is like the 5 is its resiliency or whatever.
Yeah. So like, I think everything's gonna be just like an automatic hit, but it takes 10 or 5 or however much.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, let's roll with that. I like
started
that
seeing
idea.
that stuff in the ship stuff. So.
Cool. All right. So yeah. So Dolan, you won't have to make, like, the brazier won't make a save, but whatever you roll for damage, you'll just reduce that number by 5.
Gotcha.
Moonbeam is Moonbeam a spell that takes effect this round, or does it wait until next round to take effect?
Give me 1 second. The casting time is 1 action.
Then that's this turn then.
Okay.
Kind of moot.
So it takes no damage.
Entirely moot.
Yeah, so it's a moot moonbeam.
It's a
But
moot
it's
beam.
gonna stay there.
Okay, yep.
And I don't know if this thing gets actions, but then on its action, it would take further damage, I believe.
Correct. But because it's not a living item, it will not.
Okay.
However, it is a magic item that may do things at some point.
This also does say, and I don't know if this has any pertinence or not, a shape changer makes it saving throw with disadvantage. So I don't know if it has some sort of shape shifting ability, or if it would not even qualifies as anything.
So you don't know, but that's usually specifically for like were creatures, like a werewolf, were-rat, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, all right, cool. So Harvest, you have cast a spell. You got that going. Moonbeam is a concentration spell, correct?
It is.
Yep. And are you doing anything else on your turn?
That's all I got right now.
Okay. And just to make sure, because it'd be great if you were hurting your ally as well. Any chance it's more than the 5-foot sphere, or is it just the 5 feet?
A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius.
Yeah, I know. I just figured I'd ask.
Cylinder. Okay.
I just figured I'd ask, just in case.
Actually, as a bonus action, actually no, I'm good. I'm gonna do
5-foot radius. I'm gonna, right?
Okay. It moves down the line, and on one, the guy that is standing next to Ziada is going to recklessly attack her, and it seems like all the rest of these things start to shamble and try to make a move towards you. They are not as powerful if you killed them, so let's deal with Ziada first. I need to do this. All right, that's going to be a miss. That's going to be a miss. And I know an 18 doesn't hit you, correct?
Correct.
All right, so bing, bing, bing. Jeez, this it's just like a longsword blade. This guy just starts swinging recklessly at you, and it just clangs off your armor every time. You don't even have to dodge it. It's just like you just feel like the whacks and the taps as it hits.
I'm kind of holding up my shield, and he's just whacking at that as I'm looking at the flame, going like, "All right, what's going on here?"
let me analyze this.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to start at the top and just work my way down the order of these guys. And so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so this guy, who people had forgotten about, is going to make it all the way right there. Because he's going to double move, and that is his turn. Biggie, who has stood back up, is going to make the one attack it can make now, recklessly, at Hrothgar.
So with these guys standing up, does that constitute them moving within 10 feet?
No, because they haven't moved in or out of your range.
But they stood back up from being dead.
But standing up does not provoke specifically in the core rulebook. I hear what
we have extenuating circumstances in this, because they're not just standing up; they were dead, and now they're standing up after a time.
If you can find a rule in 5e, as we're working through this, that says a dead creature who's no longer dead that stands up gets an attack of opportunity against them, I'm happy to let you do it. But if somebody like Novakri falls and is making death saving throws, and somebody heals them and they stand back up, they do not provoke by standing back up.
Yeah, but that's different. That's the party.
No.
I'm curious though as to why they're able to take an action to stand up, and within the same round also take their movement on a separate turn in that round.
So standing up takes half of your movement, and then you could always double move.
But are you separating their turn because they stood up earlier in the round? Everybody stood up, or is that?
No, they.
I think standing up is part of your movement.
Yes.
Okay, so we're imagining them standing up now then?
Yeah,
just as they're going?
Yes, it's sort of like everything's happening all at the same time, but yes, correct. So the one that is named Biggie takes a swing at Rothgar. I'm going to assume that a 21 gets you.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of damage, but come on. Ugh, minimum damage, 4 points of damage.
I'm still hurting, but I'm not completely down yet.
Okay. The next one, because I'm working my way up now, is this guy. Ninja is going to take a swing at Rothgar. Come on.
No, he's not.
Oh, he is. You're right in the middle of this. I think I gotcha. Ninja, oh my god. So Ninja does 8 points of damage to you.
I don't feel
Are you-
happy, but I'm not dead yet.
All right, and then this guy. I'm sorry, that wasn't Ninja. I think that was Smalls. Ninja is going to move over to Svil and try to kill Svil, which may happen because nobody has helped Svil very much.
I gave Svil some good berries.
I think you did. You did. I gotta double check, but I think 21 hits. So we gotta do one. So many of these creatures. Oh my god. Yeah, that's rough. We're gonna need to find out if that kills her. Hey guys, meet an NPC. Hey guys, say goodbye to an NPC.
We've done that a lot.
Which one
That
is
was
it?
my greeting when I was an NPC.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's true. You were a dinosaur, but
I was gonna
yes.
say you were trying to kill us.
No, I wasn't. You attacked me first.
All right, so that does drop Svil. Svil needs to make a death saving throw, and makes one save. So she is out of the fight currently, but is not dead yet. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. All right, one last thing I need to do, and then these two guys are going to shamble towards Novakri and try to get an attack on her. All right. Novakri, does a 19 hit you?
All day long.
All right, let's see if the other one does. Nope. Well, the other one, a 15. Does a 15 hit you?
Yep.
What do you have for armor?
13.
I'm going to repeat that question. What do you have for armor?
One moment.
I think you may not have your armor on.
That could be possible. Studded leather armor, AC 12.
Plus your dex.
Plus dex is +1.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so 2d8 coming at you. You got 15 points of damage. I think that takes you out, doesn't it?
I got 19.
Oh, nice. All right, so
you and I are both coughing up blood.
Let me rephrase that. I had 19.
all right, and then there's one guy left in the hallway down here, and I think I'm going to have him rush in to attack Ziada. He can only make one attack, though. Oh, it was almost at 18. Probably still would have missed, but I know that's a miss. So Ziada, you turn the shield to the other side. Ding ding! Like, just flies off. And it is Novakri's turn. Novakri, what do you do?
Sadly enough, there's not much I can do. I'm going to do a Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Get back 9.
Okay.
Yay! I'm gonna. If I stay here, I'm gonna get screwed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to. I'm gonna have to try to provoke the op attacks and try to get away.
Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. They can take a strike. They won't be the reckless strikes, but they can take a strike. So I'm going to roll for both of them. So one of them gets you, one of them does not. And you take 7 points of damage. And then where do you go?
Oh, geez.
To the ground. 7 is
Yeah.
more than 4.
Well, no, I took the 7 from the op attack.
I thought you had 4 hit points left.
She
No.
healed for 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay, guys, my thought process is just try to take the next op attack, but just GTFO. Because if I don't, I'm gonna have 3 of them on my butt.
So just so you know, I know that you made your character move backwards. If you had moved forward, you could always try to scramble up to like over here. Hang on, I gotta like you could try to scramble up like the hillside to get over to like there where there's no enemies. Because where you're running right now, you're gonna provoke again if you run by.
No, there's Biggie up there.
There's this guy right there.
Yeah, but there's still Biggie over there, so I mean, either way, I'm screwed.
No, I'm saying so like I don't know why my computer is being so slow right now, but like you could have pushed. Let me just do this with the arrow. This you could have moved this way and then this way. And remember that there's a poop
True.
chute that you could slide out through in the room that you fought the dragons.
True.
Just saying, you got options. You got options.
Yeah, I just don't think I've got good ones right now.
Oh no, I think nobody has good options right now.
Just go ahead and take the op attack.
Okay, so move to where you're going to be totally.
I guess right there.
You know what? Give me a dex roll, or dex saving throw, I should say. 15. Because of the way that this is right here, I'm going to say that you can slide by there because if you never entered this square right there, you didn't provoke.
Okay.
Well, no, you did because you were right here. So yeah, so you stepped here, and then by stepping there. Oh well, I was trying to come up with something that would work for you, but all right, one roll coming at you.
Okay.
+3 doesn't get you. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
You know what the irony is? If I hadn't lemoned my character, I would have still had my shield spell, and that would have blocked those attacks. But since I lost the sorcerer, I lost that spell slot. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I got to give another death saving throw for Svil. See what we get. Oh, she's got 2 saves. She might come back to 1 hit point. And it is Rothgar's turn. Rothgar, you're surrounded.
All right, well, I'm going to start swinging and hope for the best.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll start on him.
Okay, starting on Biggie.
It's just a straight roll, or are we rolling with advantage still?
You have advantage. Yeah, you still they as they stood up, they only get one attack now, but they attack recklessly. That's definitely a hit. And
10.
with 10 damage, if I can get back to the right thing, he drops to the ground again. They don't come back with a lot of hit points.
All right, so butt strike on Fireball.
Let's see it. That's a hit.
5.
And that is enough to drop him too.
And second attack on Ninja.
Okay.
Ninjerk.
What a ninjerk. Oh my god. Yeah, you like
Turn him
how
into
would
a puddle.
yeah, you turn him into a double ninja.
All right, so now nobody is directly on top of me.
Correct.
If I move, it's not going to create a attack of opportunity.
Correct.
So I'm going to fuck away.
Are you peacing out, saying see you later, folks?
I've got like 3 hit points left, so yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So you retreat, ever the coward, to the other side of the room. Are you doing anything else in your turn?
Right, coward. Sure, we'll go with that. Whatever floats your boat, Tom.
What are you doing anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Ziada, you are flanked by 2 of these Charladrin berserkers. One of them recently returned from undeath or death, I should say. The other pretty full health, and then you've got this brazier burning in front of you.
Yeah, so I am going to try and attack the brazier.
Okay.
So what would I need to do there?
I would say roll your to hit, and as long as you don't get a 1, because I'll say a 1 is a fail, you'll hit and you can do damage. Oh, I just see that 1 on the die. It's so close.
So I am going to activate a smite as well.
Okay.
On this. So it's a 5 and 7.
Okay. You bring your weapon down. Bring your weapon down on it, and the weapon like meets some resistance at first, but like creates like this gash across it, and you see some of the blue flames start to like spill out through one of the like this slice that you just put in it. And as that happens, the berserker who had been in this room chanting just is like, "No, leave the lady's light alone."
So attack 2. Same thing.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, your first attack, what was the total damage on it?
12.
12 damage, okay.
All right, so that's 10, and then the smite. Wait, let me make sure. Yep. The smite is going to be 7.
So 17 total?
14 total.
Oh, 14 total. All right, so you have done 26 points of damage to this thing, and it's going to get a yellow marker on it that I can't put because it's not actually a token. It's drawn on the map, but
Yeah.
yes. But yeah, so you appear to have done some serious damage to it. The berserker who is not like recently back from the dead is starting to freak out about this, and The other one is just sort of like standing there ready to swing at you again, just sort of like in this quasi undeath state. And again, your second slash puts another gash in the side of the brazier, and like the fire seems to be like dropping down, and as it starts to like leak, almost like water coming out of the urn itself, like the fire starts to diminish and go down a little bit. Okay, in that case, oh, are you trying to knock somebody down?
Yeah, just the one that's freaking out.
Okay. Let's see. There's a
Bash
plus
him
3
in
to
the
this.
face.
Yep. Makes it. Okay. All right. Then it goes to Harvest. Your turn. $16 points of damage. Okay. So sorry. All right. And so that is it. It's a bonus action to do that, right? On your turn.
Muted.
Dolan.
My bad.
No problem.
Yeah. No, it is a.
I think it's a bonus. Yeah, so it's a bonus action. So you still have like your action economy if you want to like cast a spell, you want to move, you want to do whatever. As long as you're not casting another concentration spell.
I am not.
I mean,
Okay.
You could, but Moonbeam would go away.
Right. Positives and negatives.
Pros and cons. Pros
Yeah,
and cons.
let's get the chart going.
Okay, it's an action to move the beam. Okay. So leaving it right there, yes. I was using the Moonbeam cast as my action anyway. My bonus action, I was gonna wild shape into a dire wolf.
Okay.
And bolt down here. Oh, well, that was that. So that's all I can do. I can't attack, can I?
So you bonus action did the spell. Your wild shape is an action.
It's a bonus action as well.
I don't think you can do. Can you do 2 bonus actions in a turn? I think you can only do 1 bonus action.
So then so one of those could be my action then. So
You know what? I'll allow that. I like that. That makes sense. So okay, so 2 bonus actions, no true action. You did a movement, so yeah, no attacking, but you're down there.
Okay. Hold on. Can I get to this space?
Which space?
Like, can I pass between this guy and that wall?
Yeah. I'll say you can slide through there.
Okay. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, it goes back down to the one on the counter, and that's when everybody's going to try to do stuff. So let's find out. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so this guy is just going to come in the room and join the party. But he can't do anything because he moved. Ninja has 2 options. He can try to get over to Rothgar, or he could try to get to Novakri. So I'm going to roll a d4. Novakri, you are low on the roll. He's going for Rothgar. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, he can get to you.
But I get an attack of opportunity.
You do indeed. It's almost like you planned this.
Almost.
Almost.
Not almost. I did.
All right, what'd you get?
Not
a hit. Not a hit. Yep. All right, so it's going to take one reckless attack at you. It's not 15. Yeah. 14 is not enough to hit you, correct? Yeah, no. I know that's not enough to hit you. All
No.
right. And then the other one that's down here that hasn't been smushed is going to roll that d4 as well. Novaku, you are low on the totem pole again. Oh, it's going to go for Rothgar. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to get just behind the dude that ran up, but it's going to provoke from Rothgar as well. So Rothgar, you make a roll. Another roll.
And here's hoping for better than the last.
That's definitely a hit. And this guy is dead zony again. All right. So move down the list. Slide up the list. Come on. All right. So we're going to go to Novakri. It is your turn. Fortune smiled on you there. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a one sec.
Maybe bring Svil back from the dead?
Yeah. So that's going to be another cure wounds. $16.
Okay.
And I'm gonna continue my move.
All right. That she greatly appreciates that, as she is now not dead. She can't say much because she's mute, but she nods her approval and gives you 2 big thumbs up as you run away.
I think she's insulting me because I don't understand signs like that. It's like, damn it, I won't do that again.
She's just like, in her head, she's like, man, that one's all right over there. And meanwhile, in your head, you're like, I hate you so much. Okay, so you cast a spell. You moved. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Nope, I really can't.
Okay. In that case, Phil is going to... I think she has the ability to... Hold on, I just want to double check. Where is it? Come on.
And
Yes,
you know what
she
other
can. She
you know
can
what
do
other
this.
spell I lost when I limoned? Shatter.
Oh. Nice. She stands up. Actually, she kips up, and then with preternatural speed, runs all the way over to this spot, and launches into 2 attacks against that guy. Actually, you know what? No, she is going to move here, and she's going to attack this guy first. And I think I'm rolling. I gotta see what I got for her. That is enough to hit. Let's do some damage. That is enough to take that guy out again. So we're going to put an X on him. And then she turns and she attacks the one that was chanting. Oh, and she has advantage on this because... Oh my god, which is a natural 20. Whew. Here we go. Not bad. She does 18 points of damage on a crit. Not great, not terrible, but that guy is now wounded. Hold on. Was it 18? I'm sorry, not wounded. Is it wound? Yeah, it's wounded, right? That's what we said. I always forget the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Wounded, bloody,
it's
critical.
wounded, bloodied, critical. Okay, so that one is wounded, and that is Phil's turn. Rothgar, you are up.
Does that chant happen to be a concentration?
The chanting has stopped. The chanting's not happening right now.
Good.
All right, Rothgar, what are you doing? You find yourself surrounded by corpses again. Oh no, there is one in front of you. That's right, and you hit it.
Yeah.
And you do enough damage to it that it falls, and it is no longer there. Now, what do you do besides that?
All right. So where did everybody take off to?
So
Why even-
everybody, yeah, so you know that everybody was running this way, like this way.
Well, I'll start running in that direction.
Do you either have access to the dash action, or is that not something that you have?
To the best of my knowledge, it is not something I have.
Okay, I couldn't remember if fighters got dash or not.
No, everyone
right.
gets dash. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of
Of a
you
bonus
have to use
action
it
or
for your
not.
action
Yeah.
versus bonus. That's like
Gotcha.
I think just rogue, maybe some other things.
Yeah, rogue can
Yeah,
double
monk
move.
monk has it. Yeah, rogue's
And
got it.
technic-
Monk's got it.
Yeah,
To
for a
backseat.
key
Wait,
point.
didn't Bard get it? Didn't you have it as a Bard when you were playing?
That was the specific class that I took.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay,
and then
cool.
there's the spell, but Tabaxi also gets it too.
Okay. Well, so with that, Hrothgar, you start making your way up. Can you see where, like, does your vision allow you to see Novakri right here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the way that she's looking is where everybody went. They went down this tunnel pathway right there. All right. It is your turn, Ziada. What do you do?
I'm gonna be trying to do the same thing that I was doing. So I'm gonna try and
Alright.
swing at this brazier.
A woman's garment?
Yes.
Go for the boob.
Let's see here.
Oh, so close to a crit. That's a hit.
9. And
Okay.
I'm gonna smite that. 13.
Aren't they
So-
undead?
This is the brazier. Brazier.
Okay.
Brazier. Yes. So a total of how much was that? Was it 20?
22.
22. All right, 22 minus 5, of course. Drops us.
There goes that. And we'll swing again.
Well, that hit is enough that it is now bloodied, if it is such a thing can be. So you are doing some serious damage to it.
Excellent.
19 is another hit, most definitely.
All right. Take this out. Unfortunate. And we'll throw a smite. We're running low on these, but gotta do it. So 7.
7 more points of damage.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
5 gets canceled out, but the smite, and that's
Yeah. This thing looks incredibly battered. Like if Dolan can get a roll like she did on the last turn with Moonbeam, it might be enough to crush this thing. Speaking of that, if you're not, are you going to do anything else on your turn?
Just trying to knock that guy down again. I'm not rolling well on those, but that's right. he'll be up, but that's fine.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why it.
Yeah, you're
rolled.
crushing those.
Yeah. I couldn't do it last week to save my life.
As long as I'm getting rid of those rolls for it. waste those just on staying up. We already have like 3 ways of advantage.
Yes, yes. All right, so it moves to Harvest. It is your turn.
14 damage for Moonbeam.
All right, 14 minus 5 brings us to 8, 9, 9. And 9, it's still up. If you can imagine like I don't know, I have just this image in my head of like like a tin can that you take to like a firing range and just shoot so much that like it's falling over on itself. The fire is almost out. It's almost fallen out of the brazier completely, but it's still burning slightly. It's not enough to destroy it, but that was a bonus action. What do you do?
Uh-huh. I'm going to move here. And I'm going to attack it as a direwolf.
Okay. All right.
This.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Roll some damage. Can you do enough damage?
Don't know. I was not anticipating attacking this, but we'll see.
Oh my god. So 11 minus 5. You got 6 points of damage that gets through. It had 4 hit points left.
Jesus.
And as you slash through this, did you bite it or did you swipe it with a claw?
I bit it.
All right. As your teeth sink through, your face starts to melt off as the power of the moonbeam starts to. No, I won't make that happen. But you bite into this thing and crunch it, and it rips a piece off, and the fire like flickers out as wind hits it. And with that, the guy to the left, right here, if I can get on the right thing again, it just falls to the floor and is dead. The only one that's left right now is the dude to the right that is right here, and he just like he howls. He's like, no, the mistress's gift, you cannot take it from us.
Just did.
And it is his turn, and he has 3 targets to choose from, but really only 2 have been attacking the brazier. So 1 and 2 is going to be Ziada. 3 and 4 is going to be the massive wolf to his left. He's going for Ziada. Here we go. Come on. Well, I want big numbers. I know nobody else does. D26 of them. Roll!
Critical Role is premiering.
Oh my god. That's 2 criticals against you, Ziada.
Oh, what the fuck? Why can he do that? Why can he roll so many d20s? What the fuck is that about?
So these guys have 3 attacks, and when they attack recklessly, they get advantage on their attacks, but then everybody gets advantage against them, unless their weapons poison you. So here we go. So that's going to be, it's usually 1d8, so it's 2d8, so it's 4d8 plus 3 coming at you. No, 4d8 plus 6. So I need 4d8 plus 6. For 24 points of damage. That is not a lot of damage. Are you still alive?
I am. I'm hurt.
Shit.
But
okay. It is that is their turn. Rothgar, where you're standing right now, can you give me a perception check?
Maybe.
Maybe, perhaps.
it's possible.
Nice. So with a 22, you hear like you hadn't heard it because you were kind of like in the midst of battle and killing your way through enemies that you had already killed once.
And dying.
And dying, yes, and in the middle of dying. And let's not forget running away like a coward. Just get that in there. You hear from outside where Ziada had mentioned there were more people coming, this like cry of pain or loss, like like they are very close to the entrance, but it sounds like something has happened, and you're not sure what. Out of game, it clearly must have been tied to the brazier being
Destroyed.
destroyed, but something has happened to them as they were coming up
Spoilers.
the slopes. But what you hear is that you hear this like cry of anguish from outside. All right, that was them. It goes to Novakri. Novakri, what do you do?
I am going to. Can I toss Rothgar a potion?
If he can catch it, sure.
Rothgar, can I toss you a healing potion?
I imagine Chris is like, no, I don't want it.
Yeah, no, not at all. I keep your stinking badges.
Well, I just don't want to lob it and you not catch it, because I feel a skills check coming on.
I mean, you could always walk over to him, or not.
That puts me into a weird position now. Oh, what the hell. Okay, hand you a potion of greater healing. And I'm going to take one myself.
Oh, I remember when you stocked up on these.
Aren't you guys glad I did?
What is it? Is it 4d8 plus 4?
44 plus 4.
44 plus 4. Nice. Rothgar, how'd that do for you? Oh, no!
14.
Oh, you don't like to see those ones. All right. You
And I
moved
still
over.
have 10 regular potions, so
All right, so you moved over, gave a potion. What else are you doing on your turn, or is that all you're doing?
well, I was going to contribute with a vicious mockery down south, but I don't have line of sight any longer.
Okay. All right. Cool. It is going to, if that's the end of your turn, it's going to move over to Zvil. Zvil is going to lash out at the one remaining thing that's on the board. I just moved past her, but it's fine. Let's do this. She does have advantage. All right, so that's a hit on the first one. Let's see if the second one hits. Okay, so we're gonna, those are both hits, so let's see what we do for damage. Well, a 1 and a 10, so that's 11 plus 12, so 22 points of damage. And I think she is out of other stuff. 1, 2. No, she's got one more, so she's gonna do those. So let's see what we get, if it's enough to hit. Yep, that's enough to hit. That's enough to hit. So we're gonna do. Oh, all right. So that's another 20. So she does. She swings twice with this like horn sword that she has, and then follows up with like a rising knee and an elbow, and does 44 points of damage in total to this guy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's gross. It's awesome, but it's gross. And I need to put another mark on him because he is definitely wounded right now. Okay, and that is her turn. It is Rothgar's turn. Rothgar, what are you going to do?
I'm going to start moving up closer. But I'm not going to use a dash or anything. I don't want to get too far ahead of Novakri.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, you move up there. In that case, it goes to Ziada. Ziada, it is your turn. You are you see that the brazier has been destroyed. You see that you see that there's only this one guy still standing, and you see the vicious attacks that have come through from Svil. What do you do?
I'm going to. How many guys are here? Is it just the one?
Just the one to your right.
And he's still looking to fight.
Yeah, he looks like he's sort of like totally tapped out, and he's just going to try to murder or get killed, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. He just hit me a bunch. Fuck this guy. Never mind. Sorry.
And remember,
I
you
have
have
advantage?
advantage. Yes,
Right? Yeah. So, dirty 20.
both are hits. Well, I mean, both would have been hits, but yeah.
12. Damn.
All right, total of 12 damage.
Yes.
All right, he is now below critical. I will put another dot on him. He's not looking good. He's
And
not
he's
looking
gonna
good.
look real bad once I just slice him in half vertically.
All right, what can you do for damage?
Come up and down. Come on. Another 9.
Okay, he's still up. You gonna put a smite on that? Do you have any smite left?
No. I think we'll be good. I think we'll just knock him down then.
Sneeze.
We'll
Sneeze.
See, we'll see if we can get him knocked down this time.
Okay.
That's that's a chance. But
All right.
oh, here comes the 17 again. Oh no, not
Nope.
that one.
Knock him down.
Nice. All right, I set him up for you. Now you have
All right.
ultra double extra advantage.
Harvest, you it is your turn. You are in direwolf form. You've destroyed the brazier, and this beam is still going because you don't have to concentrate on beast form, right? You just do it and then you're in it.
Correct. The beam
Okay,
is
cool.
still up, and I'm moving the beam to
Okay.
over that guy who's still alive.
All right, and what was the save that they have to make?
DC 15
Con save. All right, what have I got a +3 to this.
saves.
He does not make it, so he takes full damage. And how much damage was it?
5 points of damage.
Oh, it's not enough. He's so close to death, but not there.
Then I'm attacking him as my
Action.
wolf. And I get advantage. You cannot stack advantage, can you?
No, you can't.
Okay. Does 16 hit?
16 hits.
Okay. Then 9 points of damage.
Okay. Ziada.
He has to make a DC.
Well, let's hold off for one moment. Ziada comes in with this like up and down slice that just continues to rip this guy apart, and you turn around in your wolf form after moving the moonbeam over, and it's just like bits of flesh and stuff are blasting off of him as it moves across, and it's now focused on him. And you come in with was it a bite? You came in with a bite again.
Yes.
How do you finish him off?
I rip his fucking throat out.
Oh,
and then my head shakes him around, and everybody gets splattered with blood.
oh, gross. But cool.
Shield.
Oh, gross, cool.
And then I assume he fails his DC 13 strength saving throw, and he's knocked prone.
as a dead creature that was kind of already prone because of Ziada's strike with the shield. Yes.
You just pick him up by his fucking head, ragdoll him around, throw him against the wall, and then it's just like, he's prone, so we can hit him again, too.
Yeah.
But he just slumps down. All right, so here's Great job, you guys. Great job. So you've cleared the caves, but you're not out of it yet. You know that there are still some outside. Rothgar, maybe you guys can like I don't know what you want to do. Like time is ticking. You don't know how many are outside. You know that there's more coming. You've removed whatever the magics were that were tying them to these caves and effectively bringing them back to life. So what do you guys want to do?
Do they look like they're coming back to life now?
They do not. Motionless.
It's tricky. I feel like we might. I mean, do we want a barricade here?
I don't know.
Because like, what's our other option?
Oh wow.
Like we could try and sneak out, but
You do have the poop chute. You always have the poop chute
Yep.
option.
So
Remember
it's
that
like-
there was a bedding area that was across a chasm or
Right.
a chasm, however you say that.
right. It's a 5-foot jump to a long foot drop.
That was from the other side. I'm sure that one of you, from standing where Hrothgar is currently,
Oh,
would
okay.
have
So we could
would have.
just go up that way.
There was a board that
Oh,
like
okay.
a bridge kind of thing.
Now, here's another option. If we want a rest, I did pick up tiny hut.
Oh,
I mean,
that's cool.
we can set up an area for a tiny hut. Because what's it like, 4x4? It's a 20x20.
10 by 10.
10-foot radius.
Yeah, so 20
It's a
diameter.
10-foot long radio.
So 5 of us could fit in it, or no?
9 creatures, medium size or smaller.
Oh, I'm currently.
It's called tiny hut, but it's like
Leoman's
one of
tiny
the
hut.
tents. Yeah, it's like one of the tents in Harry Potter.
Pretty much. And it's a ritual, so it's not blowing a spell slot.
Well, then it takes like 10 minutes to cast, right?
Yeah.
I could just keep my moonbeam up here because it can't move fast enough, and the rest of us fucking bolt to that shithole. And they'll be attracted. I don't know. They'll come here. They'll look at the moonbeam. They'll try to investigate it. They'll touch it. It'll singe them. I don't know. Just fucking bolt.
Hey, look, that beam is literally melting the flesh off of one of our dead compatriots.
Yeah.
You touch it. No, you touch it.
Yeah.
No, you touch it.
No. You can't take on the role of the players. That's what the players are supposed to do. Huh, this thing seems like it hurts.
Player
I like it.
union.
Yep. Yeah, you probably do.
That's a union job there.
Right.
I say we get the fuck out of Dodge, guys. I don't like sleeping in this place.
Fine with me. We don't have any other areas to explore or clear out.
As far as I know, besides the bedding area, we went everywhere.
Okay, let's use
That is
DFO.
correct. Nobody went over to the bedding area.
I mean, there could be shit hidden in there. I'm not going for it.
No, I'm bloodied.
Yeah, I'm good with leaving whatever's there.
Okay.
We killed all of your friends and family, but we left you your beds.
And
They're gonna be
best wishes.
tired after whatever they were doing.
We can watch
Just
there.
the other thing that you guys are aware of, just so you know, because I'm just going over the stuff that you found, is in the room that's up top. So if you went up if you went up, oh, well, that's interesting. I have a torch. I can just place places now. That's new. That's not what I went to do. Sorry about that, guys. What I was trying to do was, if you guys go up here, can everybody see the arrow that I'm drawing?
Yep.
See,
Okay. up at the top there was like a slaughter room with a bunch of meat that was effectively like in cold storage that was you could either take it and sell it for a decent cost back in 10 towns because everybody needs food in like this environment, or you could bring it back to the tribe who was having, issues with food as well. Just so you're aware that it's there. That's all.
GTFO.
Well,
Ditto.
were we supposed to? We were supposed to take these guys out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all of them. I mean,
Yep.
I think even the ones who are coming in, we're
Right.
supposed to take them out too.
So
So
what's the plan? Would we be coming back?
let's build a hut. Let's sleep where it's a little bit safer, and then in the middle of the night, we could take these fuckers out while they're sleeping or something. I don't know. I just don't want to be locked in this little room.
So just as a
so-
reminder, what the bear chief said was the Forsaken Bears are lost, and they claim that they have been given a token from the White Lady that grants them immortality and an abandonment of hunger. Madness haunts their eyes, and their flesh hangs sallow or shorn off by the ravages of the cold. This gift may be the means of ending their connection to Oral and her magics.
So now that we've destroyed it, they're gonna slowly wither and die.
Or they're going to go back to their bear tribe ways. Like the ones that are dead will stay dead, and the ones that aren't maybe won't be hers anymore.
True.
Too bad for the ones that aren't that were killed.
Either or, it sounds like the focus was the razor, and we nuked that.
Nuked it.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
I'm moving. I am moving. And if I
We are GTFO, finding a safe spot, hop to the hut, and going night.
Okay. So yeah, so if that's the case, you guys, you start making tracks across the caves. As all of you come back into this front area that's right here, this like main chamber. That's oh my god, I don't know why my connection is so slow tonight, but the main room where Hrothgar and Harvest and Novakri and everybody is standing right now. Yep, and Ziada's making it in there. You guys all hear that wailing coming from outside that Hrothgar had heard, and no one appears to be coming any closer to the entranceway, so it's still just outside. And then if you continue through the room, you get into the lower section that's at least I can do this. This works. When you get into the section that's down here, there's the poop chute, and you guys can slide out. And I'm just going to do a couple quick rolls just to check something out. Let's do this. Okay. One of them is still is pretty messed up, but I want everybody as you slide out the poop chute to give me a stealth check with advantage, just so you can piece out completely.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
To when you went out a poop chute stealthily?
When I came up the poop sloop, not so stealthily.
Yeah, this. I can't
He said this
yeah,
was
you
with
guys
advantage?
just put your. Yes, you guys put yourself in a death trap, and it was great. Well, fortunately, you're rolling with advantage, Ziada. Fortunately, you're rolling with advantage.
I have disadvantage.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, so I'm just gonna make sure I can do this. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. All right. So the one guy who I've named Bob sees you like coming out of the poop chute and is gonna throw one javelin at you guys. The other two are still messed up enough, and it's gonna take him way too long to try to get down to you. But he's gonna throw a javelin either at Rothgar, or Ziada, because everybody else made their stealth checks. So let's see. Ziada, you with rolling a 1 will be 1 and 2. Okay, it's going to go at Rothgar. Rothgar, I doubt that this is going to hit, but let's just see. 1d20. I'm going to assume
Nope.
13 doesn't hit you. So like it just clangs down, and like it just, you see him like drop to his knees, and he continues to wail, and you guys just like exit stage right, and you have completed the Cave of the Berserkers. Good job, guys. What is the plan? Are you guys just going to, like you said that you were just going to try to find like a spot that you can kind of hide away in to and just set up the hut, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Where's the guy that spotted Ziada? I don't know.
I
Did that happen?
no, I didn't put him on the map. Hold on.
Oh, okay. It was on the outside of the poop chute, though, right? In that big ravine.
I'll show you. Hold on.
Okay.
If my computer will let me, come on. Holy macaroni. Come on. Yeah. Yes. Boom. All right. Can you see Bob now?
Oh. Okay.
Basically, Bob came over there and threw a javelin.
Okay. And Bob's alone? There's nobody with Bob?
No, there were several other berserkers up on the ledge.
Oh.
I didn't reveal all of them because if you guys are running away, there's no sense. And only one of them rolled high enough to notice you guys.
Okay, yeah. So let's get the fuck out. We're not setting up that here because we've been spotted.
Well, I mean, you weren't spotted. Ziada, on the other hand.
Oh, somebody's been spotted. So let's get the fuck out.
All right. So yeah. So somebody give me a survival check. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Harvest, but somebody give me a survival check. Novakri sees like a little like hillock that there's kind of a low side on the back of that you guys could show up in. Rothgar sees it and goes, yeah. And then Harvest goes, right, but when it snows, all that snow is going to fall on the hut and probably kill us. So why don't we go over there next to those trees and we'll disappear. And so you guys cast the hut and you can rest. Congratulations.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Long rest. I am beefed up with hit points. With this wild shape. So I'm okay right now. I can definitely take the first watch if we feel we need a watch. If not, we are confident that we don't need to. Then everybody can go to sleep, and I'm still going to take a watch.
We don't need to. We don't. Nothing
Yeah.
can get crossed into it.
We
or
are
get
completely
spells
all
into
set.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, creatures can't even come into this.
I'm going to look out. I'm just gonna stay awake probably a little bit longer than normal before I fall asleep.
Yeah, and we can even bring our axe beaks in with us too. So.
Oh, nice.
So, just as a quick question, do you invite Svil in, or did you just leave her out in the cold?
Yeah, absolutely. She's invited in.
Yeah, she makes 9.
All right, cool. So yeah, so you guys, everybody piles into the hut and gets their rest. And as you rise, as like the next day starts, again, remember this weird world where like the sun starts to rise and then just stops and is stuck there on the horizon line for like the next 6 hours before it starts to sink down again and go into like the cold darkness that Oral has continually cast over everything. You guys are healed up, and what do you want to do?
Well, I am getting the pressing need to go figure out what the dreams are down south. But we probably also want to report back to the chief.
We could. Do we want to go back at all into the Berserker place now that we're healed up, or?
Yeah, let's finish them all.
Yeah, just check and see what's going on. Make sure we're thorough.
No poop shoot this time.
I don't think we need to. No need for the poop shoot.
I just got the last bit of it out of my hair.
I told you not to go hair first, but.
All right, so you guys wake up the next morning and you go back in and you find that there's nobody there. I'm gonna say that you guys approach stealthily, perception checks the whole 9 yards, but it looks like the ones that had sort of fallen into despair at the mouth of the cave, they've disbanded. It looks like a couple of those sleep sacks are missing now. They're not. If you guys go into the cave and look around, is there anything that you wanted to do in the cave with that knowledge, or are you guys good to go?
I guess we'll grab the meat, bring it back to the people, grab whatever is of use, and bring it back to the original tribe.
You find that the meat is missing.
Okay.
Are there
sleeping room.
The bodies left?
So the bodies are still there. There's all the bodies are there. The bodies have on them chartolin javelins and chartolin flails. They're tainted items that you guys are aware of, that they're like the evil magics that are in them. There's problems if you pick these up and decide to use them. You can, but there's some issues. And they are just clad, as far as like armor goes, they're just clad in like leathers and furs and whatnot.
Okay. All right.
You guys did.
Yeah. So
somebody did record the monies that you guys found from the dragons, right?
Navakri, I think.
No, Kev. Kev has been our treasurer.
I did.
Yeah, I've been putting it into the D&D Beyond. What's
96 silver, 331 copper.
Yeah, I'm just going back.
96 silver, 331 copper, stitched leather, thieves' tools, cracked spyglass worth 250 gold pieces, and a spell scroll of knock.
Correct.
Yeah. I took the scroll, and I took the thieves' tools, and I took the cracked spyglass.
And I took the gold, and I took everything. I just took everything. But yeah, so that's what you guys find, and you guys are going to head back to the bear tribe where you had encountered them before.
Might as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If you guys were on your own, you would have to make some survival checks. But with Svil in the party, she leads you there, like sort of forthwith. And I think it took you. Did it take you guys like a day, or was it 2 days to get to the?
It was a little
cave?
bit of time, I think. Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
So I'm just gonna like sort of hand wave it, but you guys make it back to the bear tribe, and the bear tribe, like the first thing that happens is you come back to the tribe, and it's like the sun is starting to sink on the horizon again. That a familiar face stands there, and even though Svil is with you, he goes, "Halt! Who goes there? What is your business with the bear tribe?" And it's the same guy that you guys had fun with the last time.
Seriously, dude.
Who do I sick on him? Novak?
The snakes.
Who was it? Who was it that was dealing with him last time?
It was Harvest and Novakri. They just spent the night talking to him as opposed to talking to the bear chief.
It was fucking bullshit, man.
The
whole choreographed thing, and then
this time, however, like you see the smallest of like grins on the side of his face, and he says, "The chief will be very happy to see you," and just sort of like ushers you past, and Svil kind of gives him like a punch in the shoulder as you guys walk and go back to the chief's hut.
He stops Harvest and Novak. You guys stay here.
You stay here. Why have you come back?
Chief doesn't want to see you.
And so the tribe is like overjoyed with the news that you come back and tell. I'm happy to like RP this as much as you want, but effectively the chief tells you that with this problem removed, the tribe can sort of like reassess itself and deal with its knoll issues on its own. It just couldn't handle both at the same time because if a loss on both fronts or one of them would have nearly crippled the tribe. And he suggests that a feast be held this evening in your honor, and sort of like with unless anybody's going to say no, sets off to sort of prepare and have the tribe get something going for you guys.
An excellent idea.
So I say to Ziada, what do you think if we talk to this tribe and see if they're willing to help us? Or if we help them with their knoll situation, maybe they can spare a couple people when we're traveling up northwest, right? Or northeast, were we considering going
Let's
next?
hold on. Let's get the map back up so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
I gotta find out where you guys are at.
There's some sort of dragon something or other happening.
There's all sorts of things happening.
We needed help. We needed allies for something, and I don't remember what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are currently here, and you know a couple things. You know that somewhere in the Sea of Moving Ice, somewhere like out here, is supposedly where like Oral's Island is, that she has made like her headquarters. You have heard rumors that right here there may be a means of help to get to that island in the form of a magic whale, if you can believe it. You know that here there is some sort of weird ancient like spire that the Dwergar were very curious about, or were getting information about. You know that over here the who was friends with the people that were in the Temple of the Morning Lord in Bryn Shander. I think that was Loki, and then Autumn. You kind of not. I'm sorry. I can't. Dolan. I can't remember your character's name right now. Harvest. Harvest kind of like made buddies with those guys too, right?
Well, with
Novakri?
Was it Novakri? I can't remember. Who
Was it the
basically?
one
Yeah,
who helped with the getting rid of the spirit or something?
that's right. That's right. The frog problem. Yes. So yeah, the gnome that is there, that's sort of like the right hand man, said that his partner in sort of like life had disappeared into like a hut somewhere in the woods and was trying to figure out a way to end the winter, and was like and it was supposedly somewhere right around here. You guys know that down here is where Novakri's been having some bad dreams about, and that right next to there is supposedly where these Dwergar are located. And then additionally, way away, way over here is where Rothgar's on again, off again girlfriend suggested that they go find amazing and unbelievable treasure from the frost giants.
all right. So I asked Ziada, where do you think we should go next, and do you think we should ask for allies from these people?
Yeah, well, like my plan ultimately is to try and take over the all the barbarian tribes anyway. So it's like, you know, that sort of thing.
What do I take over?
Well, it's my right. It's
Okay, so you're going to be like the chieftain of all of these tribes?
yes, I have to go become chieftain of the tiger tribe though first.
Oh, Okay. And then
So
once
do you say this like out loud in the tent around the bears or no?
No, not around the bears. It would be something that like this would have been known. Like this is something that like I mean I'm not hiding. So I mean yeah, it's something that would have been said already. So it wouldn't be something where like the question would be asked right now. But yeah, I wouldn't mind saying it in front of them. It just wouldn't be something that I would be saying now.
and is it like
Okay.
birthright? Like you have a blood right?
Yes.
Okay.
My mother is the chieftain and tried to sacrifice me to Horror, and failed. So,
And do these barbarians know who you are?
I think I've been open about that stuff. So I don't know if we're like having that like acknowledged, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that.
Okay.
So far that has not come up.
Okay.
As far as like the notes that I've kept. You've talked to the party about it a little bit, but not everybody there. And you also know that the tribes are usually pretty segregated in the sense that they don't like each other. Hence, that's why they're different tribes
Mm-hmm.
and not just like one conjoined one. So it's something like you
You know
are
what?
currently
They
in like
do know that I am not necessarily from Ten Towns because that
okay,
did come up.
all right.
So,
Okay. I
like the
think yes, that's right. I think you did say that.
I think it might have been that first guy, the guard. That's what
The
got us
amazing
in.
guard.
Yeah, I know. Of course, it comes back to that.
Yes.
Sometimes like the NPCs you don't expect are the best NPCs. Um, so there's that. You also know that you are currently in like a state of high regard with regards to like how the chief and everybody in the tribe feels towards you and the party right now. So I mean, like I think that people who have like staunch hatred of say another tribe and you're saying that you're from another tribe might look at you with a little bit less respect in that sense, but you've kind of proven yourself in the moment.
Hmm.
And so this would not be like it wouldn't be like open disdain of you if you were to start talking about that.
Yeah.
You want to consider talking to the chieftain of this tribe. Let him know that you're the rightful heir to the.
Did Sarah join?
Somebody just got some chips.
Chips. Um, let him know that you want to ally with him. You are tired of the times of the tribes being so segregated, and that clearly there could be a working relationship between all of us, and you want to unite the tribes in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Um,
Like that's gonna be coming up. So I mean, it's something where it's like might as well.
so then this way, we can go handle the tiger tribe, and then we know that we have allies with the bear tribe, and they're cool with you, and then we got some tribes behind our back before we start, trying to take down a
Yeah.
god.
Okay. And the other thing that you know that is a slight pressing matter right now is definitely the Dwergar.
Yeah. Those
Um,
those guys are a pain in the ass too.
they from what you kind of were fed for information before you took off to come take care of this issue, there was there seemed to be some level of urgency associated with it. And there was at least one Dwergar that got away from you guys that you can only anticipate probably made it back to report back to like
Yeah.
I
To
think
the
you guys have
dad that
learned
who
what the
killed all his kids.
Zarduk. Yep.
Yeah. I have those.
Nildar and I can't remember the other brother's name, but it was Nildar and something, and now
Dearth.
we have dead on the map. Durth, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, Durth and Nildar, sons of
Zardark or
Zarduk,
Zardrak or something.
Zarduk.
He is gonna kill us all, and all this crystal charlatan crap. Gonna have to take him out. That's true.
So yeah, so So, but in the moment, you guys give yourself a brief point to sort of take a breath, realize that much the same as when you guys brought the mead back to good mead, that you are being celebrated and really kind of like revered for the heroes that you are in this moment. And so you guys can do a couple things. One is if you want to have a conversation with anybody in the tribe, please do so. Two, everybody take an inspiration. I don't give those out that often, but I think that after that battle, you guys deserve some kind of reward because that was a tough fight, and you guys managed to get it done. Um, and you also managed to like set off the first huge trap with the friggin' cold breath weapons from the ice dragons. I was like, you guys are screwed. You're totally screwed right now, but you did it. Good stuff. Um, and if there is anything that you want to try to achieve in the tribe, it's not a town per se, but this is like an encampment where there are people who make things or create stuff or do whatever. You probably not, maybe you could do some bartering, or you could try to find some stuff and things are here. Basically it'll be some luck rolls, but if you want to try to do something like that, feel free. And while you're kind of thinking about what you would like to do, Svil comes up um, to Ziada and taps you on the shoulder and kind of like motions for you to like come away from like to come sort of like listen to her. But I mean, obviously, she's just going to use her hands.
Okay.
A quick question: are these brown bears or black bears tribe?
It's like they're brown bears, like large brown bears.
Okay. I'm gonna look for kids playing.
All right, creeper. You set off to go stalk some children. Ziada, Svil kind of like taps you on the shoulder, and then what's the rest of everybody else doing?
And in reality, I'm gonna go grab a glass of water.
Okay. Kevin, you are muted if you are responding at all.
No, I'm going with Seville.
But Svil, yeah. So Svil basically like pulls you over and looks at you and like points at you and then gives you a thumbs up and then puts her hands up as in like a wait sign, and then she points to her nose and makes a motion like she's drawing whiskers across her face, and then points back at you with a question on her eyes.
And I nod.
Your tiger tribe.
And
Kitty
so
cat tribe.
kitty cat.
Meow.
And so she kind of nods, and then she comes back. She reaches down into the snow and draws a picture of a large tiger, like sort of like just like the basic outline of a cat, like you'd see on like a cave painting kind of thing. And then she draws a line across like the cat's head, almost like cutting the cat's head off. And she looks up at you and kind of gives you the question mark again.
Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll draw in the snow a different cat. And I'm trying to think of like how I could, it's like that cat is taking out the cat that she drew. And then I'll point at the cat that I drew and then point at me.
And so she kind of looks at the drawing and then looks back at you and then looks back at the drawing, like trying to figure it out. And then her eyes kind of widen and she kind of nods. And when she nods, she looks at you and she points back to herself. She gives you the thumbs up again and then reaches out to like sort of like embrace your arm, like rather than a handshake, like arm to sort of forearm kind of thing.
Yep.
And then points at her chest again and like takes her hands and clasps them and kind of shakes them and like looks at you as if that makes any sense to you.
I believe it does.
And that's when she stabs you in the throat.
It did.
No, I did not get
That
what you were
was wrong.
saying then. Yeah.
My insight
So,
check was a negative. I got that very wrong.
I got that right now. So she like seems to nod in agreement, and then like sets off and just sort of like goes to walk away.
Cool.
All right. So while that was
Understood.
happening, Harvest is playing with kids and getting some water, which instantly freezes because of the coldness of outside. And did anybody else want to try to do anything else tonight before like this party and before like rest happens?
No, not really, not me.
Okay. How about you, Hrothgar?
Yeah, I'm looking for enough XP to go up a level. Do I
Not
find
yet.
it laying around?
You look around and there is like a floating coin, but it just disappears when you get to it. So it must have just been like, some sort of wintry mirage you saw.
Or the
Um,
DM screwing with you.
possibly.
Because that never happens.
So you guys, you have this celebration. The Bear Tribe, the Bear Tribe has their own language, but they also like speak enough common that you guys can figure out that everybody is like, yeah, everybody's big celebration for you guys, and you eat, you drink, make merry. Is there, and then everybody kind of breaks to go to sleep. The again, the chiefs, during the dinner, the chief or the feast, the chief will say publicly how happy he is that the omens and like the sort of the portents had delivered you guys to them to help them with that problem, and that if in fact the ancestors have any sway still in the world, that they must have had a hand in that. And the people are like the rest of the tribe are all very very excited about this, very 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 tied into it. The shaman woman that you guys had met before, what is her name?
That's what I need.
Ukora. She kind of like she's there and like keeping up a good face, but she definitely appears to be a little frustrated by the amount of pomp and circumstance that's going on. But she doesn't like create any problems or any issues. But it's very clear on her face that she's not thrilled about this whole circumstance. And yeah, and then it would be time for everybody to cash out and go to sleep, if that's what you guys want to do.
I spent my day playing with the kids as a brown bear.
So you ate one of the kids.
No, I ate some of the food and then I played with the kids.
All right, awesome. And the kids love it. Like they at first they're horrified because there's literally a bear in the camp, and then that guy comes over, that same guard comes over, and he's like, "No, this one's okay, but wait, what business do you have with the bear tribe?" And he kicks you out of the no. So yeah, so that's what everybody does. It's time to kind of crash out for the night, and unless anybody's going to say differently, I need a couple people to do a couple things. Is anybody going to do anything else, or are you just going to rest?
Just rest, and I know you're gonna want me to make a save.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
do. I do. I let you slide a couple nights because you did go a couple nights, but yes, I would like you to make a save, please.
What kind of save?
It's a Constitution save. Fortunately, that is not enough to make the save. And on this night, as you are sleeping, and I know that you don't sleep, but as you are resting and your other mind is kind of like being aware, the weird kind of babbling that you had been hearing gets like more and more incessant, and it's almost like a cross between the chittering of insects and like the sound of white noise. Like if you ever had an old television that, like, after the channel shut down at midnight and it was just like the sound of like the snow going on, that sound just keeps building and building, almost to the point that like in your sleep, your head is like shrieking. And then there's this violent scream and it stops, but it doesn't stop before you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Actually, 2 points of psychic damage. I'm resistant.
Because you have a reduction to it. Yep. Okay. If you had gotten lower than a 10, it would have been a lot worse. But you did it, and as you kind of like startle awake from this dream, there is the sound of a massive explosion and the sound of like thunder rumbling through all of the mountains that you guys are kind of in right now.
Told
It's
Rothgar to
like,
stay away from the beans.
what happened?
I told Rothgar to stay away from the beans.
Pongo only pawn in game of life. But while that's all happening and everybody else does awake to the sound of this massive explosion far off in the distance, somebody else has an interesting dream sequence. And Ziada, as you are sleeping, you find yourself approached by this, like you kind of like awaken in that same weird chamber that you and Loki had been in like all those days or weeks ago, where like that flame was in the center and then the darkness was all around you. And as you stand there remembering and recognizing where you are, you sort of awake and find that Loki is standing there as well, and this like massive, like Kodiak sized brown bear emerges from the darkness and walks in. As it comes closer to the fire, it like stands up on its hind legs, standing like a full like 12 or 13 feet tall, just towering over the both of you, and then slowly nods its head. And as it does, the folds of the fur kind of like wrap and warp and drift down around it, and reallocate into the form of this like very, very old woman, but who still has like this sense of strength about her, right? Like her chin is still like held proud, and her hair, though gray and sort of like frazzled, just still falls and sort of drifts with like like the softness of a breeze blowing around her, almost like radiating a magic presence. And she just looks towards Ziada and says, "You have provided a great service for the bear tribe, and the bear tribe will remember, and the bear tribe forgives your transgressions." And then just turns and walks into the darkness. And as she does, the fire that's in the middle of this space that you're in kind of flares up, and it gets so bright that you kind of have to shield your eyes. And as your hands come down, you find yourself like awake, sitting in wherever the room was that you were resting.
That's no fair.
Yay, mine went away.
Run away! But as you wake up and you're kind of like a little disoriented from this, you too hear this just massive like, but much like if you've ever heard, like fireworks in the distance or whatever, it's like that thrum, but like huge, but it's far enough away that it sounds muffled, almost like it was coming from under a pillow. And then this like pulse kind of like pushes through, and you feel like this wind that kind of comes from the direction. And anybody who emerges from like the tents that you're sleeping in or whatever, you notice that other people that are already out are pointing. And down into the southwest, there seems to be just like this pillar, this single thick pillar of smoke rising up out of the mountains.
Can we see like
a single
exactly
pillar
where?
of smoke? Is that anywhere near any of the places that we had on our map that we needed to go to?
It seems to be coming from that general area of places you need to go, yes.
It's probably the stupid Dwagar.
Fan-frickin-tastic.
So I guess we're going to Sunblite Citadel.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Oh my god, I've wanted to go there for so long. Let's bring the kids.
It's right next to the place I need to go, so done with Sunblight, we head over to mine.
Perfect. I mean, we could maybe see how that's going. We could maybe hit yours first, depending on if it becomes too much of an issue. That way, you can be 100%, But if this is too much of an issue, maybe we go, you can have some bad dreams for a little longer.
Your services are no longer required.
Take a couple sleeping pills or something.
So Novakri, can you do me a favor and make like what is the skill that's most closely related to your psychic abilities? Would it be wisdom or
Yeah.
Perception.
No, it's not Arcana.
yeah, so like I'm thinking more like along the lines of like intelligence or wisdom would probably be what it's tied to. Like in
Insight.
Yeah. So like in old versions of psionics were, I think you were an intelligence-based caster, as it were. Sometimes it was charisma too. Like it depended on what kind of like scion you were. So what is your best stat? Like what's your main stat?
Well, for that, it's probably going to be insight. Insight.
Okay. So roll me an insight check. Wow. Awesome. One of the things that you notice as you wake up and that as you kind of like hold your head from the sort of reverb of the dream and the end of it and that sort of like cracking headache that you've been dealt once again is this dream was different, where the other ones you would hear the noise and it would be like this like shriek or like fingernails across the chalkboard that would awaken you with this pain or this damage to yourself. This one seemed much more final, like there was an end to it.
Maybe would it be linked? Do I think it's linked to the explosion that we heard from that area?
With a 25, you feel pretty confident, yes.
Cool. So, yeah, let's go see what the explosion was.
All
She
right,
said
so the
selfishly.
trip to the trip there is you've got kind of two options. One is you can try to travel through the mountains and see what happens. The other is you can head back to Ten Towns, stock up if you need anything, and then travel along the Ten Towns Road to get down to Dugan's Hole, and then travel south along that way.
Personally, I'm okay going straight there. I don't. Do we need anything?
I mean, my first question was, do we need anything? But also, I mean, is it going to be any?
What we were desperate for was just freaking spell slots.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing of, do we need anything? But my question ends up being, is it even going to save us any time or effort going not along the road? Where we're
So
going
it's
to
going
have
to
to
be
deal with the outer, all the snow and stuff like that.
so remember that like you're so far every time that you're in the wilderness there's continual possibility for encounters along the way.
Right.
When you're on the roads that are in Ten Towns, the possibility of that are far less.
And that's kind of where I'm like thinking with that in terms of encounters. There's less danger, and it might even be faster because the roads are like developed, and we don't have to deal with all the feet of snow. We just have to deal with foot of snow.
That's fine with me.
Packed down. I just think that might even be faster too. I might be wrong, but
No, you make a good point.
Cannot fault the logic.
so however we get there, however the quickest way, I think that might just be the best plan. And then we head right there. So hit
I
the
agree.
road.
I was just checking to see if I believe I have some abilities that just makes it easier for us to pass in certain terrain, but
Right.
I agree. Like we should just take the road. Less negative encounters, just get where we gotta go.
All right. So, with that in mind, the chief thanks you very much for like the next morning, the people that you've talked with, or if you did any like associations with anybody, um, like say their goodbyes and farewells. They're happy to give you some provisions. They don't have much, but they're happy to give you some provisions for the trek back to 10 towns. Um, the chief also kind of like as you're saying goodbye, like puts a hand on Ziada's shoulder and says, "Svil spoke with me last night and told me some things. I don't know what your quest is exactly because she's not a great drawer, but
Yeah,
the
you'd think
bear does owe
with
you a
someone with that
the
as
bear,
their form of communication, they'd be better at it. But yeah,
we've been sending to art school for years. She's just much better with the sword.
just keep encouraging
So
that.
she 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 goes, but she's her her sort of insight into you is enough to let me know that we owe you a favor. And that's not something to take lightly. And sort of like with that, just we'll sort of turn to head back and go back about being the chief. And as you guys are rolling out at the edge of town, um, one particular NPC just goes, "What is your business with the bear tribe?" And then just as you turn, just sort of waves and says, thanks for stopping by." And you guys head back. So will somebody roll me a D8, please? Could have had a D8.
This time he doesn't let Novakri and Autumn leave.
Yeah, he just holds them. All right,
Where do you
2.
think you guys are going?
Everybody or just one?
Just one. Just one's fine. But since you asked, you can roll a D20 now.
You want another one? Keep it up.
Give you another one. Okay, so as you guys make it through the first day. I remember it was about 2 days, 2.5 days of travel to get to the bear tribe, following along like this river that's right here. Um, as you guys do that, you make it through the first day, and is the plan to cast the hut again, or are you guys going to try to like pitch a tent, or what are you doing?
Might as well just do a hut ritual.
Do a
Okay.
hut ritual.
Doing the hut. Call it the Pizza Hut.
Again,
Nice.
nobody out huts the Novakri.
Somebody out huts the Pizzockery. So day 1, no problem. Day 2, at about midday, you see these small humanoid shapes on the horizon that are kind of moving towards you guys. They're just far enough away that you can't really make out what they are, but they're definitely coming towards you. What do you do?
Keep watching them.
All right, they're coming towards you. They're like several hundred feet away. They're kind of moving around. They appear to be humanoid in shape, but they're small. They're not small. They're not as tall as like a human or an elf. They appear to be smaller.
I want to insight.
Dwarves.
Not much.
They look like they may be dwarf height. Yes. Are you inciting the DM? The DM's not lying. That's what they are.
I was inciting them. Like, do they look aggressive? Do they look happy-go-lucky? Do they look like
They
dwarves?
they look like a group of like 4 or 5 dwarf-sized humanoids that are coming towards you.
Oh yeah, obviously I can't really tell what their intentions are with that.
So I'm just going to get ready for combat.
Do you guys just sort of like stand in the open tundra? Do you try to take? I know that we're kind of theater of the minding this right now, but do you try to like take cover? What do you do?
I definitely take cover.
Do you immediately start digging a hole and just cover it with snow and hide in it? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I wild shape into a into a creature and dig a hole. Sure.
Into a snowman.
Into a tarantula that immediately freezes to death. Okay, all right. So all right, so somebody's turning into an animal. Somebody else is just like, getting ready for a fight. What's the rest of you doing?
I'll kind of just. I'll
Are
be
there
hanging out. I'll be good.
trees?
There are some trees that are around. Most of this is pretty open, just sort of like snow space.
How far is the closest tree?
The one tree you can see is maybe like 20, 30 feet away from you.
Towards them or away from them?
Sort of like to your left.
And they are directly in front of me.
Yep. They're a couple. They're still far enough away that you're kind of like, I'm not sure what we're looking at right now.
And everything is white. Everything's covered in snow, correct?
Yes.
All right. I don't think I have stats for this, but I'm gonna turn into a polar bear. Can we just use the brown bear stats?
I think it actually says to use the brown bear stats for polar bear. Yeah, I can. We can look it up at another point, but that's fine.
All right. So that's what I'm gonna turn into, and I'm going to be maybe about 20 feet away from Ziada. She's standing. She's standing, right? She's not going anywhere.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna go about 20 feet to Ziada's right.
Okay. All right. Well, as you do this and these figures get closer and closer, before you can fully make out who they are, their voices start to carry because apparently they have not noticed you. And one of them just is like, Dwarrick, do you even know where we're going? And another one's like, Falthra, do you know where the fishing spot is? And Falthra just goes, I know where the fishing spot is. It's my fishing spot. It's right over here. Follow me.
Howdy.
So we keep it moving.
Yeah, so they closing like kind of like blow up a little bit, but they're now close enough for you to realize that these are not Dwergar, they're just dwarfs. And one of them kind of goes, what are you doing out here?
Looking for a good
I was
fishing
gonna go
hole.
fishing.
And then he kind of turns and he's like, how many people have you told about this place, Faltra? And she's like, are you serious? This is my spot. Who are these people? And then one of them goes, wait a minute. I recognize some of that armor. Where did you get that? Have you been to the Black Swords? Not the Black Swords. What was it? The Black... Shit, I gotta go back. What was the place in Bryn Shander? As I'm trying to look it up. Anybody?
I forget. I'm looking.
You guys made friends with them. The Black Iron Blades. Is that Garn's work you're wearing over there?
Does any?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
indeed it is.
It's his
Oh.
winter collection.
Well played. And they immediately like come forward and they're like, yeah, Garn's like my third cousin removed on my sister's side. Yeah, we go down and we see him every now and then. It's good to see his works out here. What do you guys do? Wait a minute. Are you guys the heroes of Ten Town?
That's what we keep getting called.
No shit. This is even better than finding the fishing hole. Wait a minute. Were you guys just really coming out here to go fishing, or were you just pulling our legs?
No, we're not looking to go fishing. We did that already.
You got us. We were pulling your legs. We're trying to make you taller.
They all laugh and they're like, well, all right. I mean, are you headed back to Ten Towns? Because if you're going back to Ten Towns, you can literally just follow our path. It's about a day's trip that way.
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good.
They'll never believe we met you guys. All right, cool, thanks. All right, bye. And yeah, what you guys rolled was an afternoon encounter with the Battlehammer Dwarves, which you guys have made friends with by befriending the Black Iron Blades. So that was your encounter, and you make it back to the East Way, and East. Well, you make it to East Haven first, so you make it back to East Haven.
Good thing we didn't have to beat up any fishermen.
Just dwarves going for a
Not
fishing
this
vacation. But yeah, so you guys make it back there, and what I would like to propose is that you guys can travel through 10 towns easy enough if you're going to follow the roadways. You're going to go along the east way to like that 4-way connection that's right here, and then you've got is it Lonely Mead? No, it's Good Mead, which is where the bee druids are, and then you've got Dugan's Hole where everybody married their brother, and then you guys can head further south, or you could follow along back to Bryn Shander and follow the trail that's right here that before the sort of spine of the world and the mountain passes right here got snowed in completely is a straight shot there, that you would then cut through like some trees and whatnot over here. So it's really 6 of one, half a dozen of another, which way you want to do. You guys can go this way, or you can take like this road down and then cut over that way. Also, since you're back literally in 10 towns, I know that you guys said there wasn't really anything you needed to do, but do you need to stop to talk to anybody? Do you need to check on anything? It's not so much downtime, but if you need to re-up on stuff, this is a chance to do that.
Well, you never let me know about the armor thing yet.
Well, you haven't been back to town to talk about it.
Well, where are we back to town now?
I don't know. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to look for some restocking of the greater healing potions.
Okay, so that stuff you're probably going to have to go to Bryn Shander to get. Remember Bryn Shander being like the sort of central hub of everything, so that's where you could go and talk to the folks in the
Black Iron Blades?
The Black Iron Blades for armor and whatnot. House of the Morning Lord to talk to Mishan, who was the person who basically gave Harvest the scroll of mass healing that came in big during one of your last fights. And then there's also like, the North Look, which has been like the place that you guys have set up. You guys can like follow up with anybody you need to or whatever. And we can do that. So what I would like to do, or what I would like to propose, since it's like 11:15 right now, is if you guys want to tell me over the course of this week what you want to do, I can get that stuff ready for you, and we can handle whatever we can handle outside of game. And that like so that it's not so much of this like trying to figure out where we're going next thing for next week, if that's acceptable.
Yep.
Cool. So Chris, I know you're going to go to the Black Iron Blades to talk to Garn about the armor, so I will get you some stats and some information about that. But remember that the armor, did you bring the corpse of the robot to there, or is that still at the inn that you guys own, that Loki and
it's still at the inn?
Okay. All right. That's one. And then I will take a look and see what Mishan has put together, and also we'll do some rolling to find out what you can find in Bryn Shander as far as healing stuff. If you want to tell me what you're looking for, I can put that together, Novakri. Ziada, is there anything you need to do in Bryn Shander or anywhere in 10 Towns?
I'm not sure if there's anything that I'm looking to get upgraded or changed or anything like that at the moment.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
Obviously any upgrades, but
yeah. I know you guys have a little bit of cash, so like there's some money to spend on stuff too, and obviously you guys already get a discount at Black Iron Blades. Like your status will give you some like access to some other stuff and things if you're looking for something specific. So in other words, if you want to send me your wish list, I'll see what I can grant. Maybe not much, but I'll see what I can do.
All right, nice.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, guys. And also, thank you for not letting me TPK you in that cave. I was a little concerned when we broke last week. I'm like, oh shit.
So was I.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you know what? I have to make another character.
I had one all ready to go.
So do I.
Well, let's see if we can keep these characters and get them up to the next level. A few more encounters like that, and you will definitely be there. So, all right, cool. Thank you much, and we will talk with everybody next week. All right.
All right, cool.
Have a good one.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later,
Later.
everyone.